Or of wisdom, my dear Baron, or of wisdom, said Louis XVIII, laughing. The greatest captains of antiquity amused themselves by casting pebbles into the ocean. See Plutarch's Life of Scipio Africanus. Monsieur de Blacas pondered deeply between the confident monarch and the truthful minister. Villefort, who did not choose to reveal the whole secret, lest another should reap all the benefit of the disclosure, had yet communicated enough to cause him the greatest uneasiness. Well, well, Dandré, said Louis XVIII. Blacas is not yet convinced. Let us proceed, therefore, to the usurper's conversion. The minister of police bowed. The usurper's conversion, murmured the duke, looking at the king and Dandré, who spoke alternately, like Virgil's shepherds. The usurper converted? Decidedly, my dear duke. In what way converted? To good principles. Tell him all about it, Baron. Why, this is the way of it, said the minister, with the gravest air in the world. Napoleon lately had a review, and as 2 or 3 of his old veterans expressed a desire to return to France, he gave them their dismissal, and exhorted them to serve the good king. These were his own words, of that I am certain. Well, Blacas, what do you think of this? Inquired the king triumphantly, and pausing for a moment from the voluminous scholast before him. I say, sire, that the minister of police is greatly deceived, or I am, and as it is impossible it can be the minister of police, as he has the guardianship of the safety and honor of your majesty, it is probable that I am in error. However, sire, if I might advise, your majesty will interrogate the person of whom I spoke to you, and I will urge your majesty to do him this honor. Most willingly, Duke. Under your auspices, I will receive any person you please, but you must not expect me to be too confiding. Baron, have you any report more recent than this, dated the 20th February, and this the 3rd of March? So, shall we do a little bit of history in today's episode? Huh? What do you say, folks? I say, let's do it! So, the king here is clearly delusional, or at least, like, willfully ignorant, as we said before, in trying to protect his safety, you know, even to the degree of ignoring reality. Because that very last line, and this is where the history is going to come in, that very last line we read, and that you heard and I had to read 1,000 times because I am tripping over my words like you wouldn't believe today. The quote was, Baron, have you any report more recent than this, dated the 20th of February, and this the 3rd of March? Well, folks, shall we acknowledge that the 3rd of March, 1815, is crucial because Napoleon actually left Elba on February 26th and was, by March 1st, 2 days before this report by Dandré, was already on the French coast. So Louis XVIII is like, he's being reassured and doing some self-reassurance that Napoleon is harmless. He's going crazy over there on the island of Elba, and nothing to worry about over there. Hey, right? When in fact, yeah, he was already there. He's already on the coast. He's already marching inland, and this is already beginning the 100 days. In fact, we're day 98 now. 100 days. We're 2 days into 100 days. So the king just not knowing what's up, and I don't want to spoil history for you, but you can go look at it if you aren't familiar already of what happens. I mean, heck, the name of it is 100 Days. So clearly something transpires that lasts 100 days and then ends after 100 days. Oh boy, that's diving into real French history, and you know what? We got a long book ahead of us here. I'm not going to go into it now, because maybe it'll come up later. Okay. Well, really just want to emphasize how delusional the king is in this situation, and how that creates interesting drama. Seems like this Dumas guy knows what he's doing. All right, folks, I will see you here tomorrow for a little bit more of Chapter 10 of the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, bye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.